Hi. Now, what if I tell you that there is an investment you can make that will yield you a lot of dividends? And for this investment, you do not need thousands of dollars, neither do you need a lot of degrees to make it. Yet, it will yield you a lot of beautiful dividends. Now, that investment is reading. Continuous reading. It was Brian Tracy that said that formal education will make you a living, but that continuous learning will make you a fortune. In this video today, I'll be discussing human capital development, leveraging reading. How do we leverage reading to boost our human capital development? I'll be discussing 5 practical tips we can take to boost our human capital. Somebody might want to ask me, what is human capital development, or what is human capital? Human capital refers to the economic value of your abilities, your knowledge, and your skills. There are those things in your life that make you employable, promotable, and competitive. Now, of course, we know that trainings are so important. Acquiring degrees are equally very important. But when it comes to human capital development, there is nothing that boosts it. There's nothing that will give you a competitive edge as compared to reading. Reading and continuous reading, continuous learning is one thing that can add a lot of value into your life. It's one thing that will continue to make you a person who will constantly bring value to the table. Please stay with me as we look at 5 very important reasons why you should pay attention to continuous reading. Now, the very first thing you need to understand if you want to boost your human capital is that don't just read books, but read with intent. Yes, read with a purpose. Choose books that align with your goals. For instance, you want to improve your leadership skills. What do? You read books on leadership. Read biographies of great leaders. Or you want to become techie, you want to improve your tech knowledge, you seek out books that can help you in that area. You read books on coding, get other books that will help you to become better in that area. Are you having issues on your marriage or in your finances? You read books that are related with such. Okay, it was still Brian Tracy that said that financial literacy precedes financial freedom, while Jim Rohn says that if you want money, read money. Actually listening to somebody recently who said that while he was growing up, he read a lot of beautiful books, but that his only regret was that he didn't read a lot of financial books in his younger years. In whatever area you want to improve your life, you want to improve the quality of your life, what do? You seek out books in that area and read. And then we say read with intent. Okay. Now, the next thing you need to do if you want to improve your human capital is to read on a daily basis. Yes, create time to read daily. And now when we say read on a daily basis, we're not talking about reading for hours in a day. Reading for between 15 to 30 minutes a day is good enough. If you can consistently read between 15 to 30 minutes a day, you will see that it will accumulate. And before the end of the year, it would have accumulated to reading over 20 books. And there's no way you can read 20 books in a year and the difference will not be obvious in your life. So create the time to read for between 15 to 30 minutes a day. You can equally stack it up by reading when you commute. You see, we spend a lot of time commuting. When you're commuting, instead of just listening to things that might not add to you, that might not add value to you, you can listen to audiobooks, or if you have the time, you're not the one sitting behind the steering, you can read something. So you will see that if you can do that, creating time to read for between 15 to 30 minutes in a day, and then stacking it up by reading when you commute or when you have other time, maybe just before you go to bed, if you can afford, you have 5 minutes, 10 minutes to read something else, you will see that cumulatively you would have read a lot of books in a year, and all this will go to increase your human capital. The next thing you need to do is that as you read, make up your mind to apply what you read. Reading is not enough. Make up your mind to implement the things you have read. Now ask yourself, how can I implement this thing that I've just learned? That's why when you're reading, read with notes. Take notes of the things that strike you and then ask yourself, how can I implement these things in what I'm doing today? Reflect on the things you have written. Look out for small ways that you can consistently be applying the things you are learning. That way, you will notice that it is when you begin to apply the things you are learning that you will even learn more, that you will consolidate the learning. They will become a part of you. They will become yours to use, okay, to bring to the table. This is so important because if you have learned a thing and you are not able to apply it, you have not really learned it, okay? So make up your mind to apply whatever it is you have learned, and that is a sure way of boosting your human capital. Another thing you need to do is to diversify your reading. Yes, granted that we say you should read things that align with your goals. You should also once in a while read, okay, outside your comfort zone. You should be able to read, maybe once in a while you read fiction. Fiction helps to improve your empathy. You read history. History helps you to improve your context. Or you read economics. Economics will help you in decision making. Reading from different fields help you to expand your mental toolbox, and that makes you a more rounded thinker. It makes you a more valuable person. The fifth thing you need to do is to join a reading community. Someone said that learning thrives in conversations. So join a book club. It could be an online one. It could even be a workplace reading group. What this does is that it keeps you accountable. You will be able to read because you are surrounded with like-minded people and you are discussing the things you are reading. It will help to keep you accountable and continue to push you on, continue to, spur you to continue reading. This is so important. I said that one of the beautiful things that the internet has done for us is that it has given us opportunity to join online reading communities. Having said that, let's look at a few case studies. Let's just mention a few highly successful people who have given credit to reading for their success. The very first one here is Bill Gates. It is said that Bill Gates reads about 50 books in a year. Oprah Winfrey started a book club that has blessed millions of people. I heard Terry Savelle talk about the fact that her life turned around when she began to read books every day for just 20 minutes, okay? Read books 20 minutes in a day. It turned around her life. And I talked about Brian Tracy earlier that said that reading, formal education will make you a life or a living, but that continuous reading will make you a fortune. It is on record that Warren Buffett says that reading about 500 pages a day is a way to accumulate knowledge. And one of my favorites is the one said by Barack Obama. Barack Obama says that reading is a gateway skill that makes every other learning possible. So you can see that highly successful people in the world have said that the common denominator among all of them is the fact that they read. It was by reading consistently, reading on a daily basis, that they were able to accumulate or to boost their human capital development. And the beautiful thing is that they have left their feet on the sands of history, pointing us to the same thing, telling us that if you can also create time to read for just 15 to 20, 30 minutes a day, that you too will become a person of value who will bring a lot of value to the table. Thank you so much for being a part of this beautiful video. I'm Ngozi Okure. I'm a book lover. I'm a prolific author of over 30 books. And I want to encourage you to please subscribe to my channel. If you got value from this video, subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. And if I come your way next time, remain richly blessed.